Thanks, Gary. Actually, I came across another friend in my mind as I kind of prepared for today and thought about today. And one of them is Chris Simon. He was a friend of mine from high school. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to stay in touch with him for my entire life. But he always battled some problems, both abuse by family, I believe, dependence on alcohol and other drugs. And we know cannabis could have helped him. We really know cannabis could have helped him. Ultimately, what died was a medical change, a change in his medications. Switched insurances, switched doctors. Let's try a generic instead of this. Things were going well for him for years. Changed his prescription medication. Shortly, I think it was 10 days later, he ate a bullet, killed himself. So, the first poem is for Chris. Actually, it comes from his dad. We knew we loved you, but that was not enough. What raced through your mind had become too tough. We knew we would help, but that could not sustain. You could no longer endure the endless stream of pain. And like I said, this was a gentleman who had battled multiple illnesses, chemical dependence. He had won the battle, and because of a neglection in the healthcare system, a simple change in his medications, he's no longer with us today. If they recommended cannabis and made a mistake, he would not be dead. Another activist, a fellow friend, a family member of mine, Rick Anderson. Rick passed away this year not using cannabis, knowing damn well it could have helped him. Rick was a cannabis user before he became a contract for the state of Wisconsin to get his prescription drugs. So he had a choice. He had a clear choice. Use the prescription drugs that the doctor prescribed him, or use cannabis, not one or the other. He chose prescription drugs, and unfortunately, he also passed away. His poem is a little bit more touching. The background of it is because he really affected so many people so many different ways. He was paralyzed in a wheelchair. He did a lot of work for people with disabilities. He was a father. He spent a tremendous amount of time with his children. He was a friend. He always helped somebody out. And he was an activist right up to the very end. Even 2 days before we had found him dead, he was on the phone with me, asking what he could do, what more could he do, giving me reports of what he had done. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him every day. He kind of keeps me going, having him in my memory. The poem is entitled, Don't Quit. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, you want to smile, you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is unique in its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a failure turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up though the pace seems slow, though you might succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds, no doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your hardest hit. It's when things seem the worst that you must not quit. And I think that's a very fitting poem for what we're doing. We've been fighting this battle for a long time. Even if the law changes tomorrow, there's going to be work to be done. This is going to be an uphill battle that we will